Hello guys, how are we today? Right, this video today is a review on a certain bait that I've only just started trying and picked up a load of it in the last few weeks just to see if it fares any different to other baits and pellets that I've used and what it was that got me to it. Now the company and bait that I'm talking about are Spotted Fin. I don't know if you can see that, if it'll focus on it. But Spotted Fin, and what they are a bait company that I found through watching videos, if you will, on YouTube and that, and on TV of matchmen and what they use in their matches and who they're sponsored by, whether it be Matrix, Map, Guru, these sort of things. And one of them's sponsored by this Spotted Fin. Now you can buy these on Amazon, eBay, some tackle shops. I've not seen it in a lot of tackle shops, in fairness. I bought it direct from their own website. And what it was that got me on it, that made me go, it's worth a try, is the fact that they do tubs of pellets. Now you can get them in multiple flavours. They've got, this one that I bought is what flavour called the Catalyst, and I tell you the smell of it is beautiful. It's like a toffee and butterscotchy flavoury smell, a bit like Scopex but way sweeter, really nice. But the method ready pellets. So not only can you use these, and they've got a hell of a shelf life as well. That's why I'm not bothered about opening them, because I've used these already. Oh, that smell. They're method ready. So what it is basically, it's as if you've already dampened them down. I don't know if you can see that in my hand. There, like that. They're pellets that have been dampened down. You can put them straight onto your feeder and pat them on, and they are ready to use on a method feeder. You can use them in a pole pot. You can put them into PVA bags. They're ready for it. They won't go off. They've got a show. Once they've been opened, the shelf life is somewhere in the region of 6 months or so, depending on the date on the tub. So you can get many sessions out of it. Brilliant if you're like me and you do short day sessions, and you might flick from one method to another. I might use the method feeder in the morning, go onto the float in the afternoon, and then onto the pole, or Vicky Verky, you know. It's well worth having them for that sort of thing, because it means you're not taking pellets to the site, waiting for them to absorb water when you could be straight onto it, and also the fact that you're not wasting, because whatever you don't use, you just take home, bring it back. So that's the method ready pellets that they do. Like I say, 2 kilo tub, I think it's about £9 odd for 2 kilos of it, I think, can't remember, but they work brilliantly. I used them the other day when I was up at Simpson's on Martin's Lake and caught carp, and then I used them as well down at Eildon Waters that I go to, and I used the method feeder in the morning to a far mark off an overhanging tree and caught the first tench I've had this year. So I had 3 or 4 tench in the first couple of hours of the day, a couple of nice roach as well, up to a pound plus. And that was all on the method feeder. So definitely worked. Came off the method feeder in the afternoon and went onto the pole, fishing it at 5 sections out, and wasn't as prolific as the feeder was in the morning. But when I went back to the feeder, I was getting bites again, but the tench had gone off. But it's early days yet, you know, they've only just started waking up the tench. Now the other thing I got from them, it looks like another tub. Now this flavour here is basically corn. They call it classic corn, but it's corn. But what this is the ready made up ground bait and pellet mix. So basically, when you do your pellets for your method feeder and that, sometimes you'll mix them with ground bait or let them go into bits and what have you. And that's what this is. This is like a pellet and ground bait mix. Again, I've been using this, and I tell you what, the smell out of this as well, being this classic corn, is lovely. Now if I open do that, you can see it's more powdery than than just the pellets. There are pellets in it, you can see that, and when you bind it, there you go, perfect bind, just a perfect ball, and that will, like I say, disintegrate lovely on the water, be fine. You can make it as firm as you want. If it starts to dry out on your session, just add a bit of water to your hand, dampen it with your hand, don't go adding water to it, just dampen it down with your hand. But because you can put lids on it, and most people have got certain tubs and things now that they use at the bank, they always be able to keep it moist or or as dry as you want. But that's the ground bait pellet. So you've method ready pellet and method and feeder ready ground bait pellet. Then I also bought loads of pots of pellets. Now pellets I've got the classic corn ones, which again smell exactly like the ground bait and pellet. They really do. These are basically, what they are is an expander pellet that they've pre-expanded, and very, very good for if you're going to fish it close quarters with a float rod or a pole or a method feeder. But don't go vigorously casting it. Being an expander, yes, they stay on the hook fairly well, they do, but there is a chance of them flying off, you know, so keep your eyes open when you are casting in case they do. But yeah, that's the 6mm expander. And now a 6mm expander to me is rather small, so I bought the 4mm expanders as well, and I'll be honest, I wouldn't want to use them on anything bigger than a size 20 nearly, maybe an 18s at a push, because they are super small. If you can see them, that's the 4mm, and compared to the 6mm. Now I've only got one tub of these open, and I can't remember which one it was, whether I opened the corn or the that's the catalyst I opened. Take just a couple out like that. They're very wet, as all expanders are, very full of scent and juices and oils. And that's your 6mm, right there. Like I say, a 6mm to me is like a 4mm bought soft pellet. That's the size of them. If you look at I use the Fuka pellets. A 6mm Fuka Neon is nearly double the size of these 6mm. So which one's better? I don't know, but I feel the oils on my fingers now. Oh, the smell of it is lovely. So they really, really are filled with attractants and oils, and heavy on the scent. So they should draw fish in. I, like again, used them at weekend, had some nice crusions on them, had some nice roach, and yeah, they were working. But didn't use a lot of them because I was catching on other things as well. And the only other thing I bought of theirs to try is the paste. Now I haven't used the paste yet, I really haven't. That's the paste. This one again is the catalyst flavour, because I just had this thing about the catalyst, this toffee smell, sweet toffee smell. Again, being a paste, it forms nicely into a ball shape to go either around your hook, or if you want to have that little bit of an attractant, what I tend to do with this sort of paste as well is when I go after the carp with my pellets or boilies or whatever I've got on the end of my hair rig, so I coat them in that. I literally wrap it around them, and I find it really does help me get a lot more runs than just using normal plain boilie. Whether it's the scent, whether it's the breakdown of it around my bait, I don't know, but it works. Well, I think it works anyway. And I think that's what most of it comes down to, is what you have confidence in using. So there you go. I just thought I'd give you a quick review and look at baits by Spotted Fin. So if you want to have a look at them, go on the website, go on Amazon, you'll see it. If you go on YouTube, there's videos of it all being used. They've got a massive plethora of bait, whether it be normal ground bait, normal pellets, these ready-made up things that I've got here that are all pre-made, or there's just a range of stuff. Just go and have a look and you'll see it all. But yeah, I just thought I'd let you have a quick gander and see what you thought of those. Thanking you, tight lines, and if I see you on the bank, it'll be good. Bye.